my clock, I can't stop. Fuck around, make my 40 pop. No popcorn, I pop pistols. Reaming my body, clothing no issue. Bitch, you look sick, you need a tissue. You drop a body, I just might bless you. I'm metrosexual.
Yo, what is going on, everyone? It's Wraith here, back with another video. Now in today's video, I'm going to be going over the question that I get asked all the time, and this one is honestly probably the most important question I get asked, and it's how to improve your aim in Fortnite. And basically, in my personal opinion, I think aiming is the most important mechanic to have, because sure, you can be a great builder, sure, you can be an unbelievable editor, you can have the best IQ, but if you can't hit your shots and someone else can, you're going to die most of the time in fights. And it's just how it goes. And endgame, if you need to get a couple peaks because you're down low health and you need to shoot people out of the air, if you don't have good aim, you're not going to get those extra kills, the extra health, whatever the case is, right? So it's very, very important to have good, strong, solid aim inside of Fortnite or any really FPS game that you play. So basically in today's video, I'm going to be going over some tips. This isn't going to be like my normal aim video. Like I made one like a week or so ago, and the reason I made another one so soon is just because this one isn't going to be going over a creative map. It's actually going to be giving you guys tips overall. So if you're looking forward to this, make sure you slap a like button, comment what you want to see for a future video, hit that subscribe button, and use creator code WraithFN in the item shop. I also stream every single day, so check out my stream at WraithAM on Twitch. And by the way, you can use this for controller or mouse and keyboard, basically. Let's get right into the video. So the first tip, and this is a very, very basic one, but a lot of people screw up on this, honestly, and it's make sure you have proper settings and sensitivity for you. Don't just go to whatever streamer's sensitivity you like for example, Booga or Face Sway or whatever, whoever's you're looking at for controller, PC, whatever, or keyboard and mouse, whatever the case is. Don't just copy their sensitivity because you think it'll work for them. Try out different senses, see what's too fast, too slow, and then stick with it. Don't be changing every week. Don't be changing every couple of days, because you want to be able to start practicing with that one sensitivity. Also, one thing to keep in mind is a lot of people, especially when they first start playing games, including me when I switched over to keyboard and mouse, I put the sense very, very high on my mouse, DPI super, super high, because I felt like it was easier to aim, quicker to build, it looked more flashy. But in reality, a lot of the times, lower sensitivity is better, especially for aiming. Now, guaranteed, there's always going to be some pro players and people who just like higher sense completely, like for example Mr. Savage M, but for the majority of people, lower sense is better as well as for hitting your shots. So again, just find what works for you, stick with it, and try not to switch too much. Now this next tip is kind of like helping you out, not in a tip way, but this could be a reason as to why you're missing a lot of shots, and it's for people with average aim or maybe a little bit above average. A lot of people tend to miss easy shots because they're just strictly going for headshots. Now sure, obviously getting that 72 damage headshot with a golden scar or 46 damage with a blue AR or whatever it is really good, because then you feel like you can push up, you've done a lot of damage, or getting that double head dink sound just absolutely is unbelievable, and getting 72 with a scar feels absolutely sick. But when you go for headshots, unless you have absolutely literally unbelievable aim, most of the times you may hit one shot, but you will miss like 3 or 4 shots. So what you need to do is learn how to shoot at the body, like upper chest area, hit it twice there, and then quickly move and like let your gun pull upwards towards the head, so you do 2 body shots and hopefully 1 headshot. Sure, you might not even get that headshot, but 2 body shots will be almost as consistent as 1 headshot, and you're more likely to hit the body because it's a bigger target than the head. Now sure, once you get unbelievable aim and you feel like you're as good as Mongrel, Booga, whoever it is, then yeah, you can go for headshots only because you have good enough aim to hit those consistently. But if you're just trying to get better at shooting and you're not the best aimer in the world, then don't go strictly for headshots. Allow your crosshairs to pull upwards as you're shooting, and then maybe get a headshot after you hit a couple body shots. Now this next tip is a big one, and it's mostly for, I would say, shotguns, but yeah, I guess you can use it for ARs and SMG, and it's a kind of a saying you hear in a lot of games, not really as much Fortnite, but like CSGO and etc., and it's crosshair placement. It's very important to have your crosshair when you're turning around corners, entering buildings, whatever the case is, or even jumping off your ramp or in a build fight, to have your crosshairs at either head level or very high body level. So obviously for a shotgun you want to go for headshots, it's probably smarter. If you miss, that's an L, but for shotgun shots normally you want a headshots. So basically what I recommend doing is whenever you go around a corner, make sure that you're not looking up in the sky, make sure you're not looking down at the person's legs, make sure you're not looking at the ground, make sure that you're always looking head height, just in case you need to make a quick reaction time and shoot them right in the head. Because sure, even if you have the quickest flicks and you're looking at the ground and just flick up and hit his head, I guarantee you that person has way more time to hit his shots than you do even with a flick, even if you're the best flicks in the world. Keep your crosshair always on the head. Now this next tip you guys probably already knew, and it's pretty obvious one, and it's basically use practice maps in creative. They're in creative. It's so much easier now to get better at aiming, and it's such a big deal to grind these out, because if you really want to get better at aiming, sure, you can just play games, but it won't be as quick as actually grinding strictly your aim. So basically some creative maps I suggest is Tito's as well as Salages. You can just look it up online or on YouTube. I've made videos on my channels about both of them, so you can just look in the playlist of aiming and basically find them and watch them to find some good maps. But yeah, if you grind creative maps, you will see your aim getting better way quicker than just playing games. Now sure, it might be a little bit boring, but just watch some Netflix on your phone, listen to some music, and trust me, it'll go a lot better. Now this is for strictly mouse and keyboard players, and I talk about this every single aim video, and I talk about this so much, and I'm a huge benefactor for it, is get an aim trainer. Now obviously you can do creative, but to actually get your mouse feel and mouse comfortability down, start grinding Kovacs, which is a little bit of an expensive app. It costs $6.99 I think it is, but it's 100% worth it in the long run. Or you can download apps like Aimtastic, which is completely free off Steam, but I highly recommend Kovacs. And basically, I'm not lying, this is probably the best way to improve your aim for mouse and keyboard. If you see players like Zextro, Mongrel, Booga, all the top players in the world with unbelievable aim, they all grinded Kovacs for hours and hours and hours. I recently just hit my 100th hour on Kovacs, and I've been grinding the last 5 days, like 4 hours each day, and I already noticed that my aim's improved a good amount in the solely 100 hours. And that might seem like a lot, but in reality it's not. But even if you can grind it for like 2 hours every single day, an hour every single day, I guarantee you, you will see improvement very quickly. Now this next tip is being confident in your ability to hit a shot. If every single time you hit a shot, you're like, oh, I'm probably not going to hit this, or oh no, I basically need to hit this, I don't know if I can, I'm at 11 HP, I need to hit the shot, but again, I don't know if I actually am able to. If you go in with that mentality, you're most likely going to miss your shot. If you see pro players all the time, every single time they take a shot, they basically know that they're going to hit the shot. They know, and they know deep down, I'm confident, I've been practicing aiming for years, whatever the case is, I know that I'm going to hit the shot. Having the confidence and the ability to be confident when taking a shot will allow you to make sure the shot's crisp, you do the right motion, because if you're nervous, your hand might shake a little bit, you might like not go to the correct placement of your joystick or your mouse or whatever the case is. Being confident while doing anything in Fortnite or any game is very important, but especially when taking a shot, because if you're not confident, I guarantee you have a high chance of missing. Now this next tip is a big one, and it's kind of a warning as well, and it's basically realizing that it's gonna take time and you're going to have to grind to improve your aim. Don't just think you can play Kovacs for 35 minutes 2 times a week and get better aim in a month. Or don't think you can just grind creative for 5 minutes a day and you're going to get way better aim. That's not how it works. If you really want to put in the time and improve aiming and be one of those guys who can just bill people out of the air, always hit those 170s, always hit those 190s with pumps, you're going to have to put in the time and the dedication. There's people like, for example, Zextro. I always love talking about him when I go to aim. He grinded Kovacs for like 2 years and just grinded it like 3-4 hours a day, as well as all these other pros who even didn't grind Kovacs as much. They've been playing CSGO or FPS shooters for 4 to 5 years, which allows them to have the mouse control and the ability to always hit their shots in Fortnite. People have been grinding aim trainers for 2 to 3 years, but like I said, they've been grinding other games, which also allowed them to get better aim. People who you see are the best aimers in the world right now, like I said, most of them have been playing for over 3 to 4 years. So sure, you're a lot behind, but that doesn't mean that you can't catch up for them if you put in the same time. Now sure, again, like I said, it might take 4, 5, 6 months to actually see a huge improvement in your aim. Obviously you'll be able to hit more shots and you're going to feel more confident after playing even a week or 2, 3 weeks of just doing aim trainers or creative courses, but I guarantee you if you put in the time, stick with it, you could consider yourself one of the best aimers in the world. If you put in the time, I guarantee you it will work for you. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you slap a like button, comment what you want to see for a future video, and hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace.